Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Well, this morning I did something that I wasn't going to do until the weekend, and that was jump on my scales. But I did, I jumped on the scales, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. And once I've done that, then I'm going to talk a little bit about motivation, what motivates me, and what can help motivating people to stay on this plan. And I'll start that just in a moment. Okay, welcome back. Just before I start, I'm going to just flash up here my stats from today. They shouldn't take too long just to go through, but everything looks to be going on track at the moment. I'm below the level that I should be having for my food intake, but at least I haven't gone over any levels today. The other one I'm looking at, I'm going to put up right now, is the photo that I took of my scales. Now, when I weighed myself the other day, I was 93 kilograms. And I wasn't going to weigh myself again until at the end of the weekend. But I just couldn't help myself. I had to do it this morning. So I did get on the scales, and you can see there that I'm now down to 91.7, which is a loss over the 4 or 5 days so far of 1.3 kilograms. Now that equates to just about £3. So that's a good bit of news for me. It made me feel quite happy to see that things are at least going in the right direction. And also then I started thinking about just being motivated to keep on going on this journey. Now, I don't know what would have happened if I'd got on the scales and seen that my weight hadn't gone down or it was still the same. But I've had a feeling that it was. I could feel it just a little bit in myself. However, if it hadn't, I would have probably been thinking, oh God, here we go again. And it's important when that happens not to let yourself get demotivated. Luckily, I had some good news, so that to show that I am actually losing a bit of weight as I go. And that to me is the best motivation that I could have at the moment. And I know now that I'm on the right track, even though if the track is a little bit wobbly at times, I am on the right track. And each day I'm trying to write up what I've been doing, because I'd like to be able to have a written plan in place as I get through this. After a couple of weeks or something like that, just have a couple of daily plans that I can post on the channel as saying, well, here's a couple of example days that I've done. And if there's anything there, which I know there's some recipes that I've got that I have cooked in the past that are really good for things like when you want to have a snack, or even if you want to put something in, do up a meal that you can refrigerate, put in the freezer, put in containers. I've done that in the past, and it's so good just to be able to go and grab something out the freezer, put it in the microwave and heat it, and I've got a meal all ready to go, and it's all calorie counted, and I know what the values are for everything that's in there. So, as I say, that motivation is one of the key things to keep going along a path. I mean, no path is ever without hiccups along the way. It doesn't matter whether you've decided to go on a journey, if you jump in the car and head off for a couple of weeks holiday, there's always something will crop up that will throw your plans astray. It's the same as when you try and organise to go out for dinner with a group of people, and then suddenly somebody can't get there, or somebody's sick, or they can't get there. There's always reasons why plans will go astray. In fact, it's quite uncommon for things to always go according to plan. Even the best laid plans can, go astray at times. And that happens with me, it happens with anybody, but it's no reason to become, or to let your motivation go. The motivation should always be when you think about, when you start on a journey, whether it's a journey or a night out or a weight loss plan, and something comes along that throws you into a little bit of a tiz. You think to yourself, now, what you've got to do is look at what was the original goal that I had. What was the plan that I had? What was the end result I was after? And think to yourself, is it worth, just because of one little hiccup, to give up that end result when you know that it's within your reach and that it's attainable? So I always say that, even if you have a little hiccup in anything that you do, just get back on track again. It's like riding a bike. Get up, put yourself back on, and away you go. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it destroy the idea that you want to succeed in this. Just say to yourself, that end goal is still the same. I still want to get there. Nothing has changed about that. It's just the road that I'm traveling is just a little bit sort of gravel or whatever at the moment, and I just need to get back on track and make sure I keep following the path that I started following in the first place. And I can say this from experience. I know I've been down this track with my weight many times, and I know how easy it is to lose your concentration, to get not so much demotivated, but it's more probably procrastination. I didn't succeed today. I'll get back and do it tomorrow, and then maybe I'll do it the next day. But the next day never comes. It's always in the future, and unless you grab it today and say, right, I'm going to make a go of it, I'm going to get back and I'm going to keep heading in the direction that I'm going, then it is very easy to say to yourself, oh, look, I'm not going to carry on doing this, or I'll start it next week, or I'll start it after the weekend, I've got a wedding to go to, or I've got something else to go to, and I don't want to have it be a problem while I'm away, so I'll start it again on Monday, or whatever. It's very easy to make an excuse to procrastinate. I am the world's best at procrastination. Believe me, I know. And that is one of the things that I'm trying very hard to overcome. And by doing this series of videos, I'm hoping that will help me overcome a problem that I've got, that I know I've got. And it's so easy, especially when you're on your own and you're only sort of reporting to yourself. You can tell yourself a little lie and think, well, I'll get on and do it tomorrow or whatever. But you actually don't. And you've got to start being honest with yourself, because you're the only one that you're reporting to. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to other people. Other people don't really care. They think, oh, yeah, heard that before. But so you're the only one that really matters. You're the one that you've got to account to all the time. And of course, you're the one that's going to benefit from achieving that goal that you set out to achieve right at the start. So based on that, I am just trying to encourage people to stay motivated, find something that motivates you, whether it be a piece of clothing that you'd like. Don't be like me. If it doesn't fit, put it in the drawer and forget about it. Just get a piece of clothing, or get a holiday or a trip, or something that you've been promising yourself for ages, but you just sort of think you haven't got round to it. So give yourself a goal, a reward. And it doesn't have to be at the end of the journey. It can be part way along. It can be on a regular basis. But keep rewarding yourself for staying on track and for staying motivated. Don't let yourself down by thinking, well, it's only me, so let's not worry about it. At the end of the day, you're not just letting yourself down, you're letting, I don't know, other people. In this case, I'd be letting other people down, because I've put myself out there and said, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm succeeding at the moment, and I don't want to be just another failure or a case that falls by the wayside, and have anyone that's watching this thinking, oh God, she couldn't do it, so it's going to be too hard for me. I want to make sure that I'm setting an example, that I'm empowering people to stay motivated, empowering people to do and to carry on every day to take steps towards that goal. It's what I'm doing, and that's what I'd like everyone to do that's interested in following my progress on this. And the other thing is too, that I always think about when you fail, when you decide that you're not going to do something, it can be such a depressing period. It doesn't just bring on that feeling of I didn't get there. It can often have other effects and think, oh God, I'm a bit of a failure. And it makes you a bit reluctant then to start new projects. And it shouldn't do. You should always feel comfortable and confident that if you set yourself a goal, that you can actually go and achieve it. So that's my little bit of a chat today. It's a little bit sort of wandery, but it's just trying to say, stay motivated. If you find yourself losing motivation, look for rewards, look for something that you can give yourself to treat yourself. If you get back on track, and do it today. Don't leave it till tomorrow or next week or the end of the month or something like that. Just get back on track and do what you started out to do. And I hope that there are others that can succeed, and I know I'm going to. I'm determined. I've made that promise to myself. I'm going to succeed, and I'm going to keep recording it until I get to that stage. So anyway, that's me for the day. That's my little bit of a sermon, whatever you want to call it. And if anyone is interested, if anyone's found any value in this, please like or comment or subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be back again tomorrow. Okay, bye.